and welcome to the Daily Mill for Friday the 25th of February 2022. In today's Millwall news, we have this from Mason Bennett speaking about the game against Derby County, a team he used to play for and has a bit of history with. So this is from news at den.co.uk. Millwall's Mason Bennett on Tyler Burry, Jed's big influence and celebration against Derby County. Mason Bennett said Millwall's 2-1 win at Derby County was one of the highlights of his season, as he highlighted the influence of Jed Wallace after the Lions star attackers returned to the side. Wallace scored the first from a free kick after Bennett had been fouled, before Bennett went on to a brilliant run through the Rams' defence to set up the second. Derby's defence had no answer to Bennett's technique and pace before his cross reached Wallace, whose shot was blocked, and Tyler Burry fired the loose ball into the roof of the net for his second goal in 2 games. Bennett, who joined Millwall from Derby, was booed whenever he got the ball, but it had no impact on his superb display. Brilliant, one of the highlights of my season personally, Bennett said on Millwall's Recast. I thought the lads dug in, especially second half. They made a few changes and pushed us into our own half. First 10 minutes I thought we were superb. We got that early goal which gave us confidence. Tyler Burry, again, I'm buzzing for him. I keep telling him to get in the box when anyone is wide, and it dropped to him. It was a great finish. Bennett was asked about Wallace's return to the side. It's not just his performances on the pitch, it's his talking, especially to me and Tyler in the change rooms and Monday to Friday. He gives me that confidence, Bennett said. He gives me that belief in myself, which I need. He's great to have around the place, and I can't thank him enough. To have him on the pitch putting in performances like he is, he's a top quality player. I'm buzzing to be up there with him. To have him in the 10 position, you see all the quality there. He's got everything. I'm delighted he got his goal. We knew coming into it that had great support all season, which is fair play to them. They've had 28,000 crowds a game. We knew it was going to be a cauldron environment. Once you score, the crowd are deflated. It gets our fans going, and I'm buzzing for them. The support has been amazing, especially with a long journey midweek. Bennett is excited to be playing alongside Burry in attack. He's got his opportunity now. He's playing in that position up front. He's more of a wide player, but me and Jed did it last year, Bennett said. I keep talking to him, giving advice, stay close to me and be a nuisance up there. I thought he was brilliant all game, and I'm delighted he got the second goal. Bennett exuberantly joined Burry in celebration after that strike. And Bennett added, if you're going to get stick, you might as well give it back. And yeah, quite right too. And yeah, he's hitting strides once again. Mason Bennett doing quite well after being injured from part of the first half of the season. He's coming back with a vengeance, and it's brilliant to see. Moving on now to this story, millwallfc.co.uk. They've penciled in some new stadium tours for your delectation. A new batch of stadium tours at the Den are now on sale. If you're looking for the perfect present, then you've come to the right place. From standard tours to half-term junior tours and more, supporters can get an exclusive look behind the scenes at the Lions' famous stadium. Furthermore, why not head to SC16 on the 14th of April for a Legends tour with playoff winning captain Paul Robinson. The guided tour will take place in the Executive Lounge before stopping off at various different locations in the stadium, such as the Director's Box, the Press Area and Media Lounge. The tour is rounded off by taking the players' walk from their dressing room through the tunnel and out into the dugouts. The experience can't end without making sure you grab a picture next to Gary Rowett's seat. And then they've got some testimonials there. And here are the tour dates: the 11th of March, 11 AM. 7th of April, it's a Junior Easter tour. I assume that must be when the half-term holidays are. 11th of April, another normal tour, and the 14th of April, the Paul Robinson Legends tour. And they're still going on about COVID, but there are no rules. They're just telling you they're doing extra stuff for that. And here's the prices. Junior tour is quite cheaper, though you need a kid with you. Obviously, you can't go on your own if you're an adult. Just adults, you can't do that. And the Legends tour is more expensive, probably because they got to cut the legend in on some of the dosh. And season ticket holders get a £2 discount on the Legends tours and the regular tours. So there you go, and a bit more information on the Junior Tour. There you go. When you do the Junior Tour, there's extra stuff to do, including the quiz, plus they're going to give you a free gift to take home at the end of it, which is fantastic. There it all is. Something you might be interested in. I'm just letting you know if you want to do that, the options are there, and that's Thursday the 7th of April at 2 p.m. So moving on now. So this was put up on Millwall's official website today. It says watch Millwall's under 23s take on QPR on Recast. I told you about this on Tuesday after the under 23 game when they lost 4-0 to Bristol City, and yeah, it's because QPR use Recast as well as Millwall. The game's going to be shown on Recast. It's quite a big thing for them to have two of their clubs playing in a game and having it shown live on Recast. And what they're telling you now, so if you sign up now, how it works is you watch ads to get credits. You don't. Here's the thing: a lot of people complain you don't need to watch the ads. You just click on the ad. Why are you doing something else? Let the ad run. When the ad's finished, sometimes they finish automatically. Sometimes you have to press X to come off of it and get your little credits. Turn the volume down. There are all kind of ways where you can game the system. You don't need to sit there with the thing actually watching the thing like Clockwork Orange with your eyelids strapped open. It's not like that. Just you click on the ad plays. How much attention you pay is how much attention you pay. It is what it is. They don't quiz you about what's in the ad, so they don't know if you've watched it or not. And then at the end you get some credits, and you can spend those credits on watching Millwall. And here's the thing, I told you about this earlier. The reason why I told you is because now been using it for like a month. They do update the ad opportunities. They do it once a week. So if you want to get a lot of credits, probably enough to watch this QPR under 23 game, you should probably register an account before Monday. Watch the adverts that you can, get enough credits, and then I think on Mondays it flips over and you get some new credits. So there's an opportunity to do that. One thing here that they've said here is that the game is going to be on Monday. Then they give the date as March the 1st, which and it's going to be at Grosvenor Vale, which is, if you don't know, Wealdstone FC's ground. So you can either go in person to watch the game at Wealdstone FC. If you've never been to Wealdstone FC to watch a Millwall game, now's your opportunity. If you're like a ground collector kind of thing, even though it's an under 23 game, technically it's still a Millwall game, and you could say you saw a Millwall game at Wealdstone FC. Now it says it's going to be on Monday, but the date is actually the 1st of March, which is actually a Tuesday. Now I don't know if that's just a simple mistake, but there is set to be an underground strike on Tuesday, so maybe they're planning to change the date of the game, because they do that with the under 23s at quite short notice. So maybe that is something that is on their minds to do, and they might be doing that. I don't know. So I was planning to go up there by getting the Metropolitan line from Aldgate all the way out to Ruislip, which take about 50 minutes, but if there's a strike on, I don't know if that's going to be running, so I might be forced to watch it on the Recast app anyway. But there you go. Maybe the game will be moved to Monday. There's nothing to indicate that so far. Who knows? But as of now, it will be shown on the Recast app. So there you go. I imagine because it's being played at another team's ground, Wealdstone FC, maybe they don't have enough fluidity to move the game just willy-nilly. Maybe they can't do that. Don't know. So if they do change the game, they might have to move it to QPR training ground, and then will they be able to film it? They'll have to film it because they've been pumping it up to put it on Recast, won't they? So who knows what happens now? But apparently it's supposed to be happening on Tuesday the 1st of March, not Monday, and it's 1 PM kickoff. So, and you can watch it on the Recast app. It's going to cost you 250 credits, which you should get. You get some credits when you sign up, and then you watch all the adverts they have, and that should give you enough credits to watch that game. Because I did similar thing for the game that was broadcast versus Charlton, which was about a month ago. So there you go. Just letting you know about that. Talking of under 23s, we have this one out of left field from Bulawayo24.com. Now, I never thought I'd bring you a new story from them because I didn't even know they existed. But yes, this young man here plays for Millwall Football Club under 23s. And it says England-born teen commits future to Zimbabwe Warriors. England-born teenage defender Kai Garande, who has been making significant progress at Championship side Millwall, has committed his international future with the Warriors. The 19-year-old highly rated left-back, who was born in England to Zimbabwean parents, signed his first professional contract with the English Championship side in October 2021 after leaving Charlton Academy. Garande has been impressive form for Millwall under 23s, leading to his recent invite to train with the first team. Team Zimbabwe UK Chief Executive Officer Marshall Gore, who is also championing the harnessing of talent in the diaspora community, confirmed the news. Gore accompanied Garande to the Zimbabwe embassy in the UK, where the youngster paid a visit alongside his father. We are excited to have Kai on our books. The future of Zimbabwe football is bright. The vast talent in the diaspora and at home. If we blend it well, we can reach the promised land of World Cup 2026, said Gore on his Facebook post. Garande has been a target of several clubs, including fellow Championship side Queen's Park Rangers, who he almost joined before they were beaten to his signature by Millwall. The rising star is currently recovering from a slight injury he suffered training with the first team and will be aiming for a first team breakthrough when he returns to action. So there you go, fantastic stuff there. Another international lion playing for Zimbabwe. Have we ever had a Zimbabwean international? I don't think we have. So that's one to keep an eye on there. Moving on now to this from News Shopper, not News Shopper, newsshopper.co.uk. Millwall boss to shuffle his pack for Sheffield United visit. Yes, we have won 3 games in a row, but Gary Rowett he can't help himself. He wants to change the team. He just wants to mess around and change a winning team. Lions boss Gary Rowett is pondering changes for the visit of Sheffield United. The Lions won at Derby in midweek, and Rowett might want to reshuffle his pack, though his options in attack are limited. With Bennett still recovering from a hamstring injury and unlikely to be fit, Rowett only has Jed Wallace, Mason Bennett and Tyler Berry available. Oliver Burke, who would have been unavailable against his parent club anyway, but is out for 6 weeks with a hamstring injury. Miko Keftenbeld also suffering with the same injury. Sheffield United will be without Charlie Good. Good was sent off against Blackburn in midweek and will serve a 2-match ban, having watched his teammates steal a last gasp win. And that could have been us. Huh? Blackburn. Not doing too well at the moment, Blackburn, are they? Yeah, no wonder they didn't want to play us. His absence could leave the Blades short at the back with Ender Stevens, Jayden Bogle and Jack O'Connell already out. George Baldock, Reece and Norrington Davis, Chris Basham, David McGoldrick and Ryan Brewster are also occupying the treatment room. Indeed, they have massive injury problems as well. But despite that, they seem to be on a winning run as well. Even better than our winning run, which is strange. But maybe if the managers can't piss around and change all the players willy-nilly, maybe the resulting group of players is kind of like survival of the fittest. The ones that don't get injured are the chosen ones, and they shine, and the cream rises to the top, as it were. Maybe not, but Gary Rowett still wants to make a few changes. Maybe bringing in Danny Ballard was spoken about in another story. Conor Mahoney's sort of there or thereabouts. We will see. Now, Millwall have been doing this recently, where they give a little interview with the match sponsor, which is a nice touch. And Saturday's match sponsor is Art Crown Limited. So who are they? Well, they spoke to Tom Creighton of Art Crown Limited, and they are a groundworks and civil engineering projects company. And so if you're interested in them, it seems to be Millwall supporting run a company there. They're fully certified. And here are the questions. If you or your company could liken yourself to a Millwall player, past or present, who would it be and why? We have admired many players back in the day. Brian King, Barry Bridges, Keith Weller. However, our standout player was Alf Wood, an old-fashioned centre half. How long have you followed Millwall? Do you have any special links to the club? Since 1972. No special link other than being brought up in Bermondsey. Well, that's a special link, isn't it? Now, do you remember your experience of your first Millwall game? When was this? I can't remember my first game. However, my most memorable game was the FA Cup win over Everton at Goodison Park in 1973. And then they talk about the company. So how can Millwall supporters benefit from your company's services? So if you're interested, they offer all aspects of groundworks, including demolition, site clearance, substructure, foundations and basements, reinforced concrete works, drainage installations, attenuation tanks and interceptors, statutory services installations, hard landscaping works, including reinforced concrete slabs, block paving, specialist paving and curbing, traffic management, and 278 works and diversionary works on highways. So there you go. Nice little touch from Millwall, doing a little interview with the match sponsors before the game, and I thought I'd share that one with you. Moving on now to the actual game and a preview of it. Here we go. Here is the historical record of Millwall versus Sheffield United games, and the very first one way back in the day in 1914. I think that was before the war was declared, was a 4-0 defeat in the FA Cup at home. But if you take a look and see, now this fixture of Millwall versus Sheffield United is very streaky. Very streaky. So you see, after that defeat, we got 4 wins for Millwall. And then further down in the late 70s, early 80s, we got three draws in a row, 3 1-1 draws in a row, then 3 defeats, and then a massive amount of wins in a row. Looking like, was that 8 wins in a row for Millwall from 1986 to 2003, then 3 defeats in a row, then 3 wins in a row, and then to the current run that we're on now is 2 defeats in a row. The last 2 trips Sheffield United paid to the Den, they won 2-0 in the FA Cup last time out, and a 3-2 win in the League Championship before that in 2018. So it does go very streaky. So now the loss streak for Millwall stands at 3 in 1980, 83, and then 3 in 2004, 2005, 2010. So we are on 2 now. Does that mean the next one up the one tomorrow will be the 3rd defeat in a streak of 3, as it has been so far in history? Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? It could be a win, or it could be a draw, but that's very weird how streaky it is, isn't it? I've never seen anything like this all the time I've been looking at these kind of stats, that is it goes from one streak to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. Not random at all. Not random at all. So that's probably suggest generational differences in the quality of the teams. So obviously Sheffield United been down at the bottom, but they've also gone up to the Premier League in their time, then come back down and been on their downers, having to rebuild. So that would suggest that kind of generational change in the quality of the teams. And yeah, they're all very weird though. So moving on now to this more recent form. So you can see here the last 6 iterations of Millwall versus Sheffield United, and it's 3 wins for them, 3 wins for us, and 0 draws. And 8 wins, 8 goals for them, 8 goals for us, 8 yellow cards for them, 4 yellow cards for us. So that's interesting. We've got quite a few goals in some of the games. 3-1 to Millwall, 3-2 to Sheffield United. Only 3 clean sheets there, 1 for us and 2 for them. So it suggests we could be in for a bit of entertainment tomorrow. Maybe we're going to get the one where they score the goals, not the clean sheet one. So could be a high scoring game, especially if Garande doesn't make any bloody changes to the team and keeps the winning team going. So here you can see the tables as it stands. Sheffield United are 6 in that last playoff spot where we want to be, but I don't think we will get there this season. It's probably, although a lot of fans are hyped up after 3 wins in a row. You can see our defences are similar, goals against 33 to 34, but of course the attack is a lot better, 44 to 35. They've won 15 games, drawn 8, lost 9. We've won 12, drawn 10, lost 10. So very slim differences, but makes a huge difference in terms of position in the table. So they are the form team at the moment. There you go. Wow, Millwall are 3rd in the form table. This is could be an interesting game tomorrow. Both teams ravaged with injuries, but both teams are in the form table. What does it tell you? Survival of the fittest players produces winning team on the pitch that the manager can't fuck around with by changing players left, right and centre. It seems if the manager's hands are forced into the team that he can play, then that team gets results, and it is what it is. That's what seems to be happening. So yeah, they haven't lost in the last 6 games. We've lost 1. They've only conceded 1 goal in the last 6 games. Interesting. Okay, that is interesting. But we've conceded 5, but we've scored similar amounts. They've scored 9, we've scored 8. So there you go. There you go. We are banging form. They are even banger in form, if that's a phrase you can use that makes sense in English. So let's have a look. So our last 6 home games versus their last 6 away games, which is different from the games above, because the game above is mixture of home and away. But a home game is a home game and an away game is an away game. They're totally different things. So here you can see last 2 games at home we scored 2 goals, and before that we didn't score against Preston, but before that we scored 2 against West Bromwich Albion. So we've kind of picked up in the attacking department at home recently. But although we have failed to score in 2 of the other 6 games, against Preston and against Nottingham Forest. So there is that. We've kept 3 clean sheets, which is nice. Now you go to Sheffield United. Now they've got an FA Cup game, so I think they probably played a weakened team against Wycombe Wanderers. So I think probably discount that. But they lost away to Derby County, and they failed to score. But in 3 of their other games, they've scored 2 goals. 2 goals away at Preston in a game that they drew against 10 men. 2 goals against Peterborough and a clean sheet when they won. But Peterborough are a very poor team at the moment. 2 goals against Birmingham in a 2-1 win. Birmingham not that good anyway. Now 0-0 against Huddersfield, who are bang up there. I think they're in 4th in the table, and the Yorkshire Derby there. So maybe they played for that 0-0. Maybe they did. Maybe it's kind of when you're playing a team just above you in the table, you don't want to lose that game. So a draw would be nice. So they are capable of playing for a draw, it seems, when it suits them. Now, what does that mean for tomorrow's game? We shall see. So here's the strengths and weaknesses and the styles of each team. Match forecast: Sheffield United will dominate possession, but Millwall will dominate in the air. Okay, so let's move on now to the actual prediction. So we've got here, of course, the outrageous injury lists from both teams. You can see some of their better players are out. That might be good for us. So if we scroll down, here's the prediction. Millwall struck twice inside the opening half hour against relegation threatened Derby in midweek as they sealed a valuable 3 points on the road. The Lions remain outsiders in the playoff race after winning each of their last 3 league games. An early Charlie Good red card looked to have jeopardised any chance of a positive result for Sheffield United on Wednesday night, but an injury time Ben Davies' goal helped the Blades get all 3 points. Paul Heckingbottom's side have moved into the top 6 following a 9-match unbeaten run. 9-match unbeaten run. What does that mean? It's time to lose, boys. It's time to lose. How many teams go on 9-match unbeaten runs? How many teams go on 10? Less than 9, I'll tell you that. How many teams go on 11-game unbeaten runs? Less than 10. They got to lose. They got to lose sometime. It's like the roulette wheel. If you spin the ball on the roulette table and it comes up red, do it again, it comes up red. Do it again, it comes up red. What are the chances of it landing on red again? Would you bet your life savings on it being red again for a 4th time in a row? For a 5th time in a row? 6th time in a row? Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. It needs to end sometime. The run needs to end sometime. And the longer the run goes on, the longer the run needs to end. It's unsustainable. So they need to lose sometime, and why not tomorrow? Because we're banging form. So we can lose them and we can steal their form and take over from them, and we can go on a 9-match unbeaten run. We're already on 3 wins in a row. So why not? Why not? So they predict Millwall 1, Sheffield United 2. Maybe. So let's move on now to David Pratton's predictions for SkySports.com. What does he say? As we scroll down, let's see how far down we are this week. Probably not that far down, I would imagine. Sheffield United, they love them, don't they? Probably quite high up. Oh, we are quite far down. Oh, that's a shocker. We're the last game on the list, and David Pratton predicts Millwall 1, Sheffield United 1. Millwall 1, Sheffield United 1. Now they struggled to score against Blackburn midweek. Their substitute had to come off the bench and nick a goal for them after they were down to 10 men. We can keep a clean sheet against this lot. So they just scraped a goal against Blackburn. Before that, they drew 0-0 with Huddersfield. They've got strikers missing out injured. Brewster and McGoldrick. We can keep a clean sheet against them. And I believe that if the team plays as with the 3 that played up front the other day, if Gary Rowett isn't stupid enough to fucking change them for whatever reason he wants to do that, I think if we stick with the 3 and go at them, I think we could win this game quite healthily. Dare I say it, I'm probably getting a bit cocky now because we've won 3 games in a row. Even though I don't think we're going to get into the playoffs, I think all that talk is a bit pie in the sky and unwarranted and unwelcome. I think we can win this game, and I think I could see us getting 3. Yeah, I know, right? Shocker. Could it be? I think we could win this game 3-0. 3-0. I think we're going to win this game. Yeah. But of course, that entirely depends on the lineup that Gary Rowett puts out. He's talk of him wanting to change it for change's sake. I think he's not happy that he doesn't get to tinker with the team. But I think if we play the same lineup as we started the last game, I think we can very easily win this game. I can see us winning 3-0. So there you go, that's my prediction. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.